we try to understand today what mudra does to us. And in this aspect, your question is very valuable. Why is mudra needed? First, you should understand that you have got two parts of your brain, left side and right side. Usually we utilize our left brain, and how much we utilize, something like 2 to 3%. Most intelligent person can utilize the brain to 5%. Rest 95% remains unused. And I always make a joke that our brain is so unused that if it was a car, we could have always got a better price. Anyway, that was a joke. But left brain has got capacity to analysis, capacity to compute, and capacity to process the informations and send it to you. Right brain understands psychosymbology, and therefore it understands pictorial forms. It gets connected only to pictures. It gets connected to yantras. It gets connected to several idols you form. And therefore you see, most of the religions prevalent in the world, they all talk about, we believe in one God. Everyone talks about, we believe in one God. And that God is nothing. The infinite energy or zero energy. But then their brain doesn't get satisfied. Then what they do, they put a picture of somebody and say that it is God. And they want to identify God in that form. God has no form. And Swayambhu Manu and Satrupa, the Adam and Eve kind of the people, when they were doing the tapasya, ascetic, a sound came in, a voice came in. What do you want? Why are you in this tapasya? This voice came in, and you know what he said? He said, I want to see you. What? You want to see me? I don't have a form. And you have not visualized, you have not conceptualized any form in your heart, in your mind. Then how can I appear? I don't have a form, you have not visualized a form. And then he says, you make me see you in the form in which you reside in Shiva's heart. And then a 5-year child appeared in front of him. Oh my God, I want to see you as my son, my child. You are so handsome. And then voice came, what are you doing? Your liberation was fixed. Now you have asked for another life, for more suffering, for more pleasure. So that was again a story. Now, what does it mean, mudras, that our right brain can only get satisfied when you experience something in pictorial form. The moment you try to make the shape, it starts getting connected to you and your mind starts receiving the energy of the universe inside you. And therefore, mudra is a process by which we can receive the energy from the universe to become mu and dra. What is mu? Mudit. To attain happiness. Mudra is something what provides us happiness. What kind of happiness? With the feelings. Bhavpurna. Dravit. Okay. Dravit is the energy of bhavpurna completeness, of emotional completeness. And therefore, mudra, when it is formed, it connects ourselves with our right brain, and this right brain understands the symbolic language of this mudra. So the moment you form Dhyan Mudra, your brain understands that you want to go into meditation. So it tries to shut off all other thoughts and tries to push you in meditation. The moment you form Gyan Mudra, it understands that you want to connect to wisdom and it tries to connect you to wisdom. Mudras are the messages to our right brain. And when we get connected to our right brain receives the energy from the universe and makes us happy, emotionally happy. To attain this happiness, to understand this happiness, to get connected to this happiness, we must perform some mudras every day. And if you are the sadhak in Tantra, at the time of eating also there is a mudra. Avgunthan mudra, Dhenu mudra, Yoni mudra, Dhyan mudra, Gyan mudra. Every aspect of your prayers, there are mudras involved. And these mudras tries to connect ourselves and tries to shut off our senses and our thoughts. We attain a thoughtless state and gets involved only with our Ishta. I wish that all of you be able to perform mudras and get involved completely with your Ishta, with your source, and thank you.